Hey, what's good, people? It's vdoestech back with another case video for the Z Fold 7. Now, if you're into tech YouTube like I am, there's a pretty good chance you know exactly who this case is made by. We got Mr. Unbox Therapy in-house with the Latercase. Now, this is coming in at $69.99. Let's dive in and check it out. So, a quick tour around the box. You got the Latercase. On the back, you have a quick description: impossibly thin, featherweight, superior texture, space-age materials, stronger than steel, 5X, ultra precise, and a simple install. I guess we'll see about that. On the bottom, you can see this is the crimson color. Now, if we're being 100% honest, I didn't even see who this case was made by. I saw the color first, and then later I put together that it was the Latercase, but I was drawn in by this color. You saw the thumbnail. You know exactly how sexy this crimson color is, but let's go ahead and get into it. You got a quick little description down here if you want to read that. And then we go ahead and pull it out. Now, I really like the whole setup and unboxing experience. I mean, he is Mr. Unbox Therapy, so I hope there is a really good unboxing, and so far so good. So let's go ahead and put that to the side. You do have some adhesive strips, so for all the people who want adhesive strips for their phone, who don't want to buy a case that doesn't have adhesive strips because the case might move and scratch up your device, you have two sets. One for the back and one for the front. Yes, this is a two-piece case, and would you look at that? I don't even think, honestly, that my cameras are doing this justice. I love this colors. I'll probably have some B-roll going for you. Absolutely love this color. Let's go ahead and continue. You can see there goes his Twitter and IG at Latercase, and then you have the front of the case. So really nice unboxing, really like that layout. You got the whole magnet on the box. Let's go ahead and put that back in and put that to the side once again. And so, like I said, this is a two-piece case. So let's go ahead and, so you got the Latercase design logo inside of the box. I really like that because guess what? There is no branding on this case anywhere else. So the only branding they have is right on the inside. Really like that. Quick tour. You can see you have your mic cutouts at the top, exposed right side where your volume and power button is going to be. You have your mic cutout in a nice wide Type-C. And then you have your speaker cutout on the front. And then you have your mic cutouts at the bottom. So all of the cutouts do align. So let's go ahead and install it. So we'll go ahead and put on the front first. So of course, let's go ahead and take that off real quick so I can show you. Now, if you do want the adhesive strips, it looks like you have 6 total. So you most likely have one for the inside here, one here, and then maybe a long one going here. It looks like they're all the same length. So most likely none of the strips go on the inside of this. So probably one long one here and then one here and one here, but I'm not the biggest fan of adhesive. Plus I'm going through a lot of cases right now, so don't want to waste any. But let's go ahead and put on the front of the case. Now snap it right on, and then you put on the back of the case just like that. Now, as you can see, this looks absolutely incredible. I will say it is a nice tight fit for the back piece. Now the front piece, let's just get it over it with. Yes, it's gonna slide right off, but that's because there is no adhesive on there yet. If you put the adhesive strip on, you will be just fine. Now, quick tour, you can see once again, all of the cutouts align. They're all perfect. I reviewed a case yesterday where this mic cutout was missing. They have it right on there, so they know exactly what they're doing over there. And like I said, your volume button and your power button is fully exposed. On the back, individual camera cutouts. I love to see that. Absolutely love to see it. That is how it should be. You have your flash cut out. And then one thing I didn't notice all this time, they threw a mic cutout right here on the side of the camera. Apparently there's a mic there. I did not know that all this time. Now I have to backtrack and check out all the other cases to see if they have that mic cut out. That is something I did not know. So, yo, they are on their game over there. But absolutely love the color of this case. It feels incredible. It's really light also. So the Z Fold 7 comes in at 215 grams, right? So they are advertising that this comes in at 10 grams. So this is most likely going to be the thinnest and lightest case you're going to find. I believe this is 0.6 millimeters and weighs 10 grams. So throw it on just like that. So that is not 10 grams. So if the Z Fold 7 is 215 grams, that means this case weighs 20 grams. But the box says 10 grams. Maybe I'm tripping. Let me see real quick. You know, I test these things out. I got to see it. So go ahead and take it off. Comes off pretty easy. But once again, that's because there isn't any adhesive. So it's saying it weighs 10 grams. Throw it on the scale. That's coming in at 19 grams. Does one of these pieces weigh 10 grams? Let's see. So the front weighs 4 grams and the back weighs 15 grams. So this is a 19 to 20 gram case. Not exactly sure why they're advertising 10 grams. That doesn't really make any sense. Maybe I'm missing something. Let me know. But even with that, this is still going to be one of the lightest cases you're going to find. 20 grams. And like I said, 0.6 millimeters. This case looks incredibly good. Love how it feels in hand. The case doesn't have like any sharp corners. One thing I will say, I have to say it, $70 for a case that doesn't have MagSafe, that's kind of wild right there. We buy these cases in part because they have MagSafe built in. We can kind of look the other way, but $70 with no MagSafe, I don't know about that. Couldn't you take the box is magnetized? You couldn't take the magnets out of the box and throw it in the case? I'm just saying, hey, maybe it's just me. I will say that a lot of these companies are messing up the magnet placement, so maybe that's something they didn't want to risk. I don't know, but $70 with no MagSafe, that hits kind of different. But I will say the color did not disappoint. Absolutely love this color. It looks really good. It feels so good in hand. It is going to give you some more texture because a lot of people, including myself, are having some trouble opening this phone because it's so thin. Now, that's not the biggest issue for me. I've gotten to the point where I can open it and close it without having to have a case on it, but I do realize that's a complaint for some people. But yeah, I will say everyone doesn't like MagSafe, but you will still have wireless charging. So wireless charging works with no issues at all. $70 from Mr. Unbox Therapy. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments. I will say this color is absolutely beautiful, but maybe take the magnets out of the box and throw it in the phone. I'm just saying. It's vdoestech. I'll catch you on the next one. Later.